Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. All's quiet on the weather front. We're in the regime of the continental southwesterlies, which bring dry, stable weather to the Sunshine Coast with bright sunshine and clear, starry nights. The catch, of course, is nighttime temperatures, which are expected to drop substantially over the weekend, especially inland. Now, today, top temps were generally around 24 to 25 degrees, which is more or less average. It was a cool start this morning, though, with the airport dropping to just 12 degrees, and it will get cooler. Now, on the satellite loop, you can see there isn't much to talk about. We've got a very stable upper atmosphere at the moment, in contrast to what we had a couple of days ago when an upper low was sitting on top of us. That upper low has now moved offshore, or cold pool, if you like, and it's been displaced now by basically an upper-level ridge, which is high-pressure air that's pushing down and suppressing the formation of any clouds. So regardless of what you got on the surface chart, it's just very hard for any vertical motion to get clouds going, and this will stick around at least until next week. On today's chart now, we've got on the surface this big high. It's so far away, it's actually behind where we can't see it, but it's so broad that the anti-clockwise winds around it are generating southwesterly winds that are blowing right across the dry land, and they're not reaching us until a long time later, so they've basically had all the moisture wrung out of them. By the time they get to southeast Queensland, there's basically nothing to make any clouds out of. On tomorrow's chart, doesn't look too much different. The high only moves slightly to the east. You can see it now. It's in the Great Australian Bight. So again, another clear, sparkly day. On the outlook chart, you see how that high starts to get mobile, but it's not until next week that will reappear in the Tasman Sea. Our winds start to go onshore, and eventually the showers will return. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters. Southwest winds, just 10 to 15 knots at first, but freshening to reach 25 knots well offshore by tomorrow evening, and not easing until Monday when the direction turns more southeasterly. Seas could reach up to 2.5 metres on Sunday with a 2-metre southerly swell. Our morning high tide will soon shift into the afternoon hours as the new moon trails further and further behind us. Still a decent peak tomorrow, but it's slowly waning. Now, the southeast coast district, a cool, clear day with dry southwest winds. Maroochydore 11 to 23 degrees, Nambour 24, Gympie 8 up to 24. And looking ahead for Maroochydore, on Monday winds start turning onshore, cloud begins to thicken again and nights get warmer. But it's not until Tuesday that we'll probably see our first shower of the week. Well, that's all for this week, folks. Pleasure to have your company once again, and thank you for watching 7 Local Weather. I'll be back on Monday with more on the latest. Hope you can join me then. Here's Robbie Sherwell with the Surf Report.
Thanks, Liv. It's been an epic week of waves across the coast beaches. A lot of fun with anywhere between 1 and 1.5 metres of swell up and down our coastline from the easterly direction. It's been sitting at about 9.5 to 10-second intervals with offshore winds for most of the day. Now, tomorrow it looks like we are going to have light winds, but the swell is only going to be around that 1/2 to 3/4 metre at the most. It does get that little bit bigger as the tide pushes in, which is going to be between 10 and 11 both mornings. Now, we're expecting those light winds tomorrow, and then we're expecting a stronger south-southeasterly change to come through Saturday night into Sunday morning. Tomorrow, head for those open beaches, a little bit bigger, up between Peregian and Sunshine, southern corner of Alexandra Bay, around Twin Waters and the Kawana stretch. On Sunday, the swell is going to pick up, but it is going to be very much a south-southeasterly swell and stronger winds. The better place we're checking will be Coolum and the Bays. The southern corner of Alexandra Bay. Check Maroochydore through to Alex, and on the southern end, Dickey Beach and Moffats. For swimming across the coast, all beaches will be open by 7:30, 8 a.m. We've got some strong currents. Please stay safe as always and only swim in patrolled areas. I hope you have a wonderful weekend across the coast beaches. Now it's back to you, Rob.
Well, Robbie, thank you, mate. Clean and fresh. Looks like a stunning weekend. Enjoy it. See you back on Monday night. Take care. Good night.
Tonight on 7 News, the first repatriation flight from India